especially in Rajasthan. Khatu Shyam was born as the mighty King Barbarik. He is synonymous with Lord Krishna and thus is worshipped in the same form. Barbarik, also known as Khatu Shyam or Shyam Baba, was the grandson of the brave prince Bhim, the second of the Pandava brothers. He was the son of Ghatotkach, sired by Bhima through one of his wives, Jagdamba. He was more powerful than the combined powers of Bhima, Arjuna, Bhishma, Karna, Dronacharya, and other valiant warriors of the Mahabharata. Even in his childhood, Barbarik was a very courageous warrior. He learned the art of warfare from his mother. Pleased with his skills, Lord Shiva gave him 3 divine infallible arrows. Later, Agni, the god of fire, presented him with a bow that would make him victorious in the 3 worlds. When Barbarik came to know that the bitter battle between the Pandavas and the Kauravas was inevitable, he wanted to participate in the warfare. His mother agreed to let him to go to the war, but asked him before leaving as to which side he would join if he felt the urge to participate in the war. He promised his mother that if he felt the urge to participate in the war, he would join the side which would be losing. Touching his mother Jagadamba's feet, he then rode on his blue horse, equipped with 3 arrows and a bow. It is said that Barbarik was so powerful that the war could end in 1 minute if he alone was to fight in it. Lord Krishna knew about Barbarik's strengths, so before the Mahabharata began, Krishna asked the warriors how many days it would take for them to finish the war alone. Bhishma answered that he would take 20 days to finish the war. When Karna was asked, he said he would take 24 days. Arjuna said that it would take him 28 days to complete the battle all by himself. Krishna, having heard of Barbarik's willingness to fight and wanting to examine Barbarik's strength, disguised himself as a Brahmin and came in front of Barbarik. Krishna asked him the same question, to which Barbarik replied that it would take him only 1 minute to finish the opposing army if he were to fight them all alone. Krishna even tried to mock him, saying that he was going to the great battle and finish the war with only 3 arrows. Barbarik then replied that a single arrow was enough to destroy all of his opponents. He stated that the first arrow is used to mark all the things that he wanted to destroy. If he used the second arrow, it would mark all the things that he wanted to save. And on releasing the third arrow, it would destroy all the things that were marked by the first arrow. Upon doing its work, all the 3 arrows will then return to the quiver of Barbarik and will be preserved for his next use. Lord Krishna, eager to test the arrows, challenged Barbarik to tie all the leaves of the peepal tree under which he was standing. Barbarik accepted the challenge and started meditating with his eyes closed to release his arrow. Then Krishna, without Barbarik's knowledge, plucked one of the leaves of the tree and put it under his foot. When Barbarik released his first arrow, it marked all the leaves of the tree and finally started to revolve around the leg of Krishna. Bewildered, Krishna asked Barbarik why was the arrow revolving around his foot. Barbarik explained that there must be a leaf under his foot and that the arrow was trying to target it. Barbarik advised Krishna to move away if he did not want to get hurt. Krishna promptly lifted his foot and to his surprise, found that the first arrow also marked the leaf that he had hidden under his feet. Of course, when the third arrow was finally released, it collected all the leaves, including the one that was concealed under Krishna's foot, and tied them all together. Krishna concluded that the arrows were infallible and blessed. However, this situation worried Lord Krishna. He also realized that on the real battlefield, in case Krishna wants to isolate the Pandavas to save them from Barbarik's attack, he would not be able to do so, as the arrows would go ahead and destroy the target if Barbarik intended to. Thus, Krishna gets a deeper insight into Barbarik's phenomenal power. Krishna then asked the boy whom he would favor in the war. Barbarik said that since the Kaurava army is bigger than the Pandava army, he would fight for the weaker side, which was the Pandavas. But to this, Lord Krishna explains the paradox of the situation. He explains the moment Barbarik joins the weaker side, the side he is on becomes stronger and the opposing side becomes weaker. In this case, Barbarik would be changing sides again and again with no end, as the side he is on will always be the stronger side, and thus Barbarik will never be able to fulfill the promise that he made to his mother, that he will fight for the weaker side. Krishna understood that it was necessary to keep